Atule grew up in the village of Upoke with her mother. At the age of 6, she lost her father, so she stayed with only her mother. Atule was a very beautiful girl and she was very respectful. Her mother was a peasant farmer who used her produce from the farm to take care of her only child. Everybody in the community and even those from faraway places appreciated Atule's beauty. Atule's beauty was even more evident in the sun when the golden beams of the late evening sun shone on her dark skin on her way from the river. Atule grew to be very respectful and obedient. She was loved by all. All was well until Atule met some friends that started influencing her negatively. She allowed her beauty to get to her head. She suddenly became rude and pompous. At this time, Atule had reached the age where she was supposed to be helping her mother with the household chores, but she didn't care one bit about kitchen work, all because of her friends and their influence. Atule, you need to come and help me with the kitchen work, the mother would always say, but Atule paid no attention to her. Mama, I am a grown woman who doesn't need all this to survive. Besides, I have more important things to do with my life. So, no, I won't help you in the kitchen, Atule would always say and then walk away. Atule started dressing indecently to further enhance her beauty. She would wear clothes that showed too much skin, and then she would go out with her friends. Her mother started getting worried because she was rude, hostile, and disobedient. Atule's mother then went to her family friends and neighbors to beg them to talk to Atule. Everyone tried all possible ways to talk sense into her head, but she did not listen. Instead, she continued on the wrong track. Atule would leave home very early in the morning and return late at night only to eat and sleep. The next morning, she would wake up very late, take her bath, and prepare for another unrewarding day. It got so bad that her mother could no longer bear it. She decided to punish her. Atule's mother noticed that Atule always came home when the food was on fire. She decided to trick her. One day, Atule came back at the same time and noticed that the soup was still on the fire. She sat far away and waited for her mother to cook while she watched. Atule's mother didn't say anything. She just smiled to herself. Even though Atule's mother had already added all the ingredients to the pot of soup, she dusted her palm into the soup and seemingly invited all the ingredients into the pot of soup. Atule, who sat afar off, did not know what her mother was doing. Atule thought that she had mastered the art of cooking and didn't bother to ask her mother how to do it. Every day she would sit far away from the cooking pot of soup. Her mother would do the same thing. Dust her palms into the food and invite invisible ingredients into the pot. One day, Atule's mother died. After crying her eyes out for the attention of the villagers, Atule went to stay with her mother's relatives. When Atule got there, she continued with her nasty behavior. But just as her mother couldn't keep up with her relatives couldn't keep up with her either. Soon they kicked Atule out of the house. Luckily, Atule had found a suitor before this happened, so Atule then went with her suitor to his village so they could begin the wedding rites. One of the rites, however, was for Atule to prepare a dish. Atule, welcome to our village. We are a peaceful people, as you can see. Atule's mother-in-law to-be told her with a smile. Thank you for welcoming me to your home, Mama, Atule equally responded with a smile. Okay, well, we need you to fulfill some wedding rites before my son can finally marry you. The woman was taken away by her beauty, but she didn't even bother to play the jealous mother-in-law card. Okay, what wedding rite would that be? Atule asked with worry. Oh, It's nothing a beautiful girl like you can't take care of. All we need you to do is to prepare a delicious vegetable meal for us. It's a tradition in our village that every girl that wants to marry should first of all cook for her suitor and his family. It will help us test her cooking and home skills, Atule's mother-in-law added. Okay, but why vegetable soup? Atule asked in distress. Oh, that's because vegetable soup is the cheapest and the simplest food to make, Atule's mother-in-law responded and left. Atule paced up and down. She could not cook, and she knew it. A few minutes later, they arrived with the ingredients for the meal. Good luck, the woman said to her and then went away. Atule did not know what to do. She even ate the smoked fish that was meant to be in the soup. Then she placed the pot on fire, added some water, and repeated the same action she saw her mother doing. She dusted her palms into the pot and invited all the ingredients to come into it. Atule did this 3 times until she realized that it wasn't working. Nevertheless, she continued doing it. Why is this thing not working? Atule spoke to herself. But this is how Mama used to do it. It was then that Atule understood that her mother only deceived her. Soon, her husband's family, who arrived for the new wife's meal, started murmuring because there was nothing to eat. Her sister-in-law decided to go to the kitchen and find out why the food wasn't ready yet. When she got there, she saw that it was only water that was boiling. She immediately rushed back to her brother and told him everything she saw. Atule's in-laws were angry and they threw her out and told her that if she didn't learn how to cook, she should never return to them. Atule cried bitterly because she had no one to go to and learn how to cook. When her mother was alive, she didn't bother to learn from her.